This video request comes from Razor Rudock. He says, Leonard, can you do a video on black magic, working on the soul, and disconnecting you from God so you can't get no spiritual help and the consequences for doing that? Come on, man. You know, the last part doesn't even make any sense. Anyone can get help whatsoever, you know. It's just the fact that some don't know where to turn. You know what I'm saying? So I want to talk about the effects of it, and I'm going to take Max Beauvoir's perspective. Yes, the late Max Beauvoir. So if you Haitian, you know who Max Beauvoir is. You know what I'm saying? He is a great speaker for Haitian voodoo whatsoever. May he rest in peace. You know, but there's a video on YouTube where he's actually speaking, but unfortunately it's in Creole. You know, so I'm going to take his words, and then afterwards I'm going to go into my own explanation whatsoever. Max Beauvoir's perspective was that when a Boko'S does magic or black magic, it is like he's taken a calabash, the shell of a calabash, with the destinies of human life, and shaking them and giving out to the individual which destiny he wants to take. Well, not which destiny he wants to take, which destiny he feels favorable to that individual. So what does that mean? See, let's look at it like this. The universe in itself, we can look at it, if you want to go into the higher level of thinking, we can say everything is all about perception, right? Even some people would call it there's a realm, some people would call the Akashic records. That has all the events that's supposed to occur. You can basically look at it as a picture screen. You're basically looking at a bunch of pictures. So what Max Beauvoir was saying is that all these pictures are basically destinies. So therefore, by the Boko'S doing work, it is though he's tapping in to the Akashic records and selecting the destiny which is fucked up for that individual on earth. So therefore, when he turns and looks, boom, this is the fate of that individual. Now, let me put it into words so that, you know, even a child can understand. I'm going to try my best, so bear with me. When you do work to affect an individual, you know, now we can look at it from the perspective I just mentioned. Now you can look at it from another perspective. You know, it's all the same thing, but just looking at it from another perspective. What you're doing is basically bringing forth hostile forces to attack the individual. Basically, it is as though some of them have abilities to play with human vision, but all these things is happening on a soul level, where basically the soul is being influenced. See, you have what you see, the physical side of things, and then you have the spiritual side of things. So therefore, now I'm taking you to a dimension where we're talking about physical, we're talking about body and soul, not perspective now. So I hope you guys are following me. The soul is in the spirit realm. Now, as all these things are happening, it is basically going about, you know, it's business, but you have souls or spirits around that individual soul causing it to basically be defective. So therefore, you find yourself making mistakes, things of that nature. So therefore, there's a reality happening outside of your body. Your body is here, but your soul is being attacked. So therefore, there's a reality going on, two realities simultaneously going on. So the body is reflecting the realities of the condition of the soul. Now, when one says, you know, so you can get help, like prime example, you know what? Let me wash it down. You know, give me some water to wash it down with, you know, some of my life experience. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was working with a job, testing it out, because, you know, I like to test my work out before I give it out to clients. I test it out myself, you know, but I'm not going to go into more detail than that. But basically, I remember I was testing something out. My legs started fucking hurting me. You know what I'm saying? All my body started hurting me. Shit, I got in my car. I forgot whatsoever to do a cleansing whatsoever. Got in my car and nearly got into a car accident whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, the work, the spirit that was in the work attached itself to me or came close to me, and it was fucking with my perception. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I thought I saw this, but in reality, I didn't see it. My timing, my coordination was off. So therefore, you have things affecting your soul, but at the same time, or what we call the numb, but at the same time affecting your body is following the default of your soul. So therefore you make mistakes, you make errors, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, but also it can even fall in the form of illness and sickness whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, some say that the energetic body, when it's sickly, the body follows afterwards and it becomes sickly as well. You know, so what you're having here is a reflection, you know, something reflective whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's talking in a person's head, you know, when you're talking in a person's soul, you know what I'm saying? If they're spiritual, then they're going to hear the conversations going on in their head, which is all spiritual. So I hope that I was able to make sense and, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to address before I even conclude this video, I want to make sure that I address this one part which he talked about, the free will, because free will is something that, you know, the will is something that's very important. See, the will, this is why I say even when doing love work, you know what I'm saying, the will cannot be broken. It can be influenced by the soul. Basically, it's like this. You have the soul with its own energetic inclinations, its emotions whatsoever. Now, if a person doesn't know how to temper their will, their emotions is going to basically sway their judgment or their will. So therefore, if you're doing love work to pull someone, their soul is being, you know, their soul is enticing their will basically from an outside source to basically do whatever the, you know, spellcaster is doing, is requesting. You know what I'm saying? So therefore the person can resist, you know what I'm saying, but it's going to be extremely hard sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes, you know, with the resistance, you know, you got obstacles that surmount around that individual to make them come back. But in reality, the soul cannot be broken. It can only be influenced. You know, so this is why I say to people that you can have resistance. No work has complete control over a human being. You know what I'm saying? No work can completely destroy a person's will. That will is indestructible. You know what I'm saying? It can be influenced, but it cannot be broken. That's all I have to say.